Steve Sosnick here with today's Interactive Brokers Morning Market Morsel. The market's continuing on the path that we saw lower yesterday. We did bounce a little bit, but it's been a fairly tough start to the month of September. Now, before we start getting too freaked out, realize that we've basically only given back last week's gains, and last week's gains were achieved on pretty light volume. So there's not that much to read into it from a longer term basis. Although I do think there's some disappointment that the market came back after the Labor Day holiday, the traditional start of the fall season, and started with some negative tone. I think part of the problem that we're seeing is there's been real concentration in some market leaders, and the problem is two of those market leaders are testifying in front of Congress as I'm taping this, and that I think is weighing on the market in a considerable way. When you have the market being led by what I would call an ever decreasing list of names, things like Amazon, Microsoft, Facebook, Facebook and Twitter, which are testifying now, Alphabet, Google, and some of them start to see pressure. That's the sort of stuff that acts very negatively on the marketplace. Where I would go from there is I would keep a very close eye on what's going on in Washington. I wouldn't read too much into that. But what bothers me is if there's continuing to be a lack of recovery in sort of what were the leadership names, that can weigh very heavily on the markets because they have a very outsized weighting in most of the major indices. The exception being the Dow, which as I'm doing this is roughly unchanged, despite the S&P being down double digits. So go figure. Thank you very much.